Hello, welcome back to what is a, honestly, very... I had the word in my head like 10 minutes ago. Not now, Windows. Take two. So, welcome back to a very, overdue, that's the word I was thinking of, overdue video. This is already, I know this is going to be a long one already. There's no doubt in my mind this is going to be quite the video. So, I don't know how long it's going to be by now, but I can guarantee it's probably over half an hour. Because there's some stuff to go over. But first things first, these guys. Now obviously last video I said, don't hold your breath for me evolving these guys to the next stage. I'm here to tell you that they have not evolved. Yet. They are still PlatinumNumemon's and Numemon. Two natural carriers of the X antibody, I guess. They're mostly okay. You might notice that PlatinumNumemon's level is a tad higher. I'm not going to battle them like this, because that's just a bit too unfair even by my standards, to give PlatinumNumemon that much of an advantage. So what I am going to do this video, and I'm going to kind of surmise how this video is going to be structured now, and maybe I'll remember to edit it that way later, who knows. Miracles can occur. Step 1 is we're going to go through PlatinumNumemon's arena mode, because as part of his evolution requirements, at stage 25, he unlocks Omegamon X as an evolution. To meet the requirements for Omegamon X, you have to take Perfect Care, level 10, and beat stage 30 as PlatinumNumemon. Which is a really cool evolution requirement, I love that. It gives me Digimon World 1 vibes with like super specific requirements. Like a similar thing is in this DMX3, for example, I think it's one of the last handful of stages, not the last stage, but it's getting up there. If you beat that stage with Diablomon X, you get Ogudamon X, like he just instantaneously evolves. That's not the case for this apparently, from what I know. It's not an instant evolution, you still have to wait the amount of time, which is why I keep these guys awake at the same time, because Numemon will evolve no matter what. Assuming he's had Perfect Care. So I know when Numemon evolves, I've run out of time for this. Which is why they've been fridged for about a month. The next part of the video will be me talking about... I'll put those far too high. Talking about why this video is taking so long for me to record, let alone edit and upload, but I want to get that done as fast as I can. It's not been my usual, I record it and then I put off editing it for a week. It's other stuff, but we'll get into that later. It's nothing super serious, not to worry about it. And I'll preface this now by saying I'm not going anywhere, ever. I love to death making these videos, goofing around with these little guys. I've got so many ideas of stuff I want to do, so I'm not going anywhere, don't worry about that. After the semi-serious but not really serious talk, there's a little thing I may have picked up from the Tinterwebs, and I'm actually super excited to open that, and we're going to be doing that. And then there's going to be a bit of a time skip to after these guys evolved. I was considering breaking it up into 2 videos, but I want this to be the big finale video for these guys. Then finally, after these guys have evolved, we will have one big battle to finally settle the scores, because maybe PlatinumNumemon as Omegamon X will be able to beat Nobupumpmon, who will be most likely Lord Nightmon X, but possibly Dukemon X if I level them up a bit more. Who knows? Not me. Obviously last time it got fairly close. It wasn't an outright loss for PlatinumNumemon. It was just stalled out and he happened to have less health. But before we get on to all of that, I want to give you some idea of how much time it's actually been since I recorded the last one. Remember these guys? Do you recall I had an Airdramon and a Greymon? Because they evolved to, both of them to Metal Greymon, then to Blitz Greymon, And then I borrowed a Kresgarurumon off of here, and evolved them both to a Megamon Ultra S. And then they're both dead. These guys got to 43, and this one will be 42, yeah. Still there, 43 and 42 days old, which is actually impressive for a DM20. I'm quite a little bit proud of myself for that one. You may remember I had the guys that was set to evolve to Rusty on this one. It was Megadramon and the other one, maybe Metal Tyrannomon. Oh yeah, this is him. This was Rust Tyrannomon, and he made it to 29. And then I started a new hatch before the Omegamons died, and this is Giramon. So that's a vague idea of how much time has passed between. There's a multitude of reasons, the main reason of which I'll be getting into after going through PlatinumNumemon's arena. The other reason for which is it is, in fact, very nearly December. As such, it is bloody nippy. The past few days have been about anywhere between -3 to 5 degrees. +5, not -5. So it's been a bit brisk, and obviously I record these in a shed outside in my garden, where I can be as loud as I want, but I'm not usually super loud anyway. I feel better talking if I'm on my own in a shed. It's weird. I don't like recording in front of people. It's always awkward. Even streaming when my partner and my friend are in the room just feels weird to me sometimes. But guts to do it anyway, because sometimes there are people in the stream that are chatting to me and I like talking to them and playing it. Besides that, main thing is it gets kind of brisk in here. So it was only, I think, yesterday or the day before I actually invested in a little space heater so I can be warm. A space heater which is not on right now because it gets picked up by the microphone when it's running, for example. And unless you're a fan of old school Nerd Cubed back in like 2010, where you hear his computer running in the background constantly, which isn't a dig, it is actually, I guess, a nice background noise. It's also very nostalgic if you go back to his old videos. That being said, that's a very, it's probably a very small crossover there, to be fair, between people who are watching this video and Nerd Cubed fans. It's not a sound you want in your video, is what I'm trying to say. Not that I'm really held to any kind of standard whatsoever. So, now I've warbled on enough. I'm sure everyone who was waiting for me to just get on with the quests and talk about these guys has waited long enough. It's been 8 entire minutes. Let's get on with it, shall we? So, no Pumpmon, you can be stood back here and watching. PlatinumNumemon's. Make sure you're at full strength, because Lord knows that a little extra bit of work will help. It'll be vital. I forget he's a virus type, so his little doohickey is right at the start there. You just get a little peek of his training. I am going to be skipping over the next 5 battles or so. Like, I'm not going to be watching the entire thing. So this shouldn't take too long for me, but I might still speed the video up anyway. If something happens, I'll talk about it. If not, I'll probably try and be quiet. Probably going to mute the video and it's fun, don't worry about it. On with the battles! Area 25. See, this is the one that unlocks Omegamon. Is it? Or is it the next stage? It must be 26, maybe. 24, I don't know. Oh, it's a mirror match. As I start. 1. No, that's ain't good. I over-anticipated that one. Fight the poop! Oh, that's a BOUT, not a poop. Okay, I'm not going to speed the video up yet because I'm pretty sure it's going to be 2 PlatinumNumemon's and an Alphamon. No, it's Hisiarumon. No, it's not. That's not Hisiarumon. That's Oriumon. That's his name. Hisiarumon's one of his previous forms. Get pooped on. You lost! He's a vaccine. Same evolutionary stage, but no injury. PlatinumNumemon here has been fairly good for not getting injured. What I am going to do is I'm going to give him some, let's call them stat increasing items. And we're going to blast through this. So it must be stage 26, so yeah, Omegamon X, that'll do it. That looks like Metal Garurumon X. Easy enough. He's probably a data type, to be honest. I'd turn this ring light on. This is a very important question. Hey, ring light. No time for me to be distracted. I did. That's the difference that makes in comparison to these big lights I've got up here, which kind of do that. But every angle of light helps, especially when recording the DM20, because the contrast is a bit awkward on that one. It's nice to have lights shining down, like directly down, but also a light shining directly into this. Level 10! Haha, that is one requirement met for Omegamon X. That we haven't even unlocked yet. Here comes Wargreymon X, by the way. Wow, I didn't even look at that. I'm not sure if that was skill or luck, but like, I was zoned out for a second there. Didn't even look at the meter. I just like heard the third beep and just whoop, didn't even think about it. But we kicked Wargreymon X's ass. The PlatinumNumemon's that could. The poop slow. What was he in the beginning? He was Agumon X, and I want to say he was spooky. Yeah, I went poop based because he was going to go to Skull Blukimon, but stage before that I can't quite remember. It was Damemon. That was it. Dame. Okay, gonna need. Should have probably gone for that first one, but here we go. We're gonna watch this full battle because it is versus Omegamon X. I never gave him a stat boosting item, so this could be a very tough fight. The odds are stacked against Omegamon? No, they're stacked against PlatinumNumemon. Oh, that's not good. Here comes the Grey Sword, I guess. Maybe he tried to use all delete on PlatinumNumemon. He just said, nope, delete the poop instead. Yep, good dodging. Fire back, more poops. Yes, Platinum poop, the Omegamon. Oh, it's slashing the sword. This is actually a bit closer than I would like, to be honest. Please land. Oh no. Hey Omegamon, you wouldn't, would you? Oh, that looks like an old elite. That. Ooh. I don't think Numemon can pull us back even if the next two hit. But now it's definitely no. Okay, that's fair. So what do we do about this? And an injury. Ooh, little guy. How many injuries is that now? It's got to be at least 4 or 5. Make sure you... Okay, your hunger's a bit low. Let's give you some food. But then also, let's give you... Jump Gate! And we're going to go straight back to fighting Omegamon. Round 2. And if this doesn't work, we're giving you stat boosting items. Got a 6. Okay. This can work. Land that big one. See, we are level 10, and that's what's going to carry, if anything. Is that levels seem to surpass evolutionary stages. A level 10 adult can usually be a level 1 super perfect. Even though you can't get the level 10 adults in this, you get what I mean. The level 10 ultimate may be able to be a level 1 or 3 super ultimate. I can't bother to wait. Yes! I'm sorry I'm impatient, we've got like 4 more of these battles to go. And we unlock slot 26, who may or may not be Omegamon X. Here's Minervamon X. This is a long battle. There's Renamon X. We're just gonna go ahead and plow through this. Alright, here we are. Numemon X. Boss fight. Yeah, we know who you are. Pretty sure this might also be an evolution unlock, unless that's on the DMXB. Big boot! Victory. how it goes every time. Area 30. Yep, Grand Dracumon. So before we go in there and do that, I'm going to make sure you're all good. I'm going to give you a good old classic Power Chip, because they're overpowered. Power Chip increases your chance to hit and dodge. Attack Chip increases how much damage you deal when you do land a hit. And Health Chip just increases your max HP. Which, they're all good, but I feel like the Power Chip's better, because there's no point hitting hard if you can't hit. And if you hit lots, and even if you don't do much damage, you might just win by virtue of having more health by the end of it. Also, here's Numemon X. Was it Numemon X or just Numemon? I think it was just Numemon, actually. I'll have to have a look in a second. That is my attention span, by the way. There's PlatinumNumemon's and his very pretty shiny face. I think it's just Numemon. Might be Numemon X. In fact, I think that might be Numemon X. I can't remember the difference between the sprites, to be honest. I'm not usually someone who ends up with Demon Lords when I'm running things. Also, PlatinumNumemon, clearly the only thing that poses a slight challenge against PlatinumNumemon is another PlatinumNumemon. But these fools, they don't understand just how strong this PlatinumNumemon is. He is destined to become the strongest PlatinumNumemon. See that? One shot. Ignore the fact you didn't see his health fully deplete. That's definitely what happened there. Blyle Vamdemon. That's another super ultimate on this thing as well. Don't worry, I'm going to let the final fight play out fully. We're going to watch it together, it's going to be great. I am going to skip these fights leading up to it though, because there's a handful. I understand people's frustration with how many areas are in each stage. There's Megidramon X, by the way, he's pretty cool. But I also like it in a way, because it's like, it does feel like a quest, although it also feels like a massive pain in the ass when you get sent back to square one from the boss fight. Good going, Platinum. And then we get some food. That's if you've even exerted yourself enough to want food. Ah, I guess not, I hit next like a tool. Good job me. Numemon X. I guess we're just going through the last few Demon Lords here. Do you reckon there'll be a Royal Knight before the end? Who knows? We're at full power, by the way. Like, this PlatinumNumemon, max level, with a power boosting chip. Who's this? Diablomon X. Again, we beat him earlier. He's no threat. Unless his magic got stronger, which wouldn't be unusual for Diablomons to just get stronger out of nowhere. But not strong enough for the one and only PlatinumNumemon. Here it comes, final fight. End of the road. Boss of the entire arena. The biggest, baddest mon. Grand Dracumon. Versus the shiny poop. Can you imagine being the grand overlord of all vampires? And then a shiny platinum poopmon just comes up and just does this. Just complete disrespect. Just... oh no. Ruh-roh. Hey, Platinumon, hang in there. That hurt. You still have more health. Like, way more. Just don't get hit like that again and you'll be fine. Oh no. I will jump gate you to the end. If you lose this, it's fine. Just, please don't make me do that, because you're currently stronger now than you will be to use a jump gate. Please. Oh my good lord. Okay. This, I think this guy might have insane power. Come on. You can do it. One shot. One shot. Yes! No! I think that might have been the last turn. You may need to land the next hit, otherwise we've lost by like a pixel of health, or it might be a draw. Come on. This is it. Land it. Come on. No! You did good, PlatinumNumemon's. You put up a good fight. I said you landed a single hit. Maybe he's just super evasive. That little beam of light there is actually in my head, and I think it is my ring light. Not to worry, little PlatinumNumemon. Just get you some food. Eat that up. No, you don't want more food. What I do want to give you is jump gate. And maybe just jumping straight to the end will kick his teeth in. Round 2, here we go. Okay, roll 2, it's not a great start, but it's fine, we can roll with this. Just gotta land it in there somewhere. Yep. You have to excuse the glare for that angle then. Here it comes. Big poop. It lands. Win. We did it. This little Agumon X, the Tokomon X, Agumon X, the... Yep. You are the champion. Damn right you are, PlatinumNumemon X. PlatinumNumemon X? No, just PlatinumNumemon. You are the champion. So, with that, he is now set. Ready to evolve. You've earned that bit of food, little guy. The little Tokomon X, the first egg on this device, non-traded, come from nothing. Tokomon X, Agumon X, Numemon, Skullbalukimon, PlatinumNumemon. And you know what? No Pokemon was watching over you this whole time. Let's have a quick look at him, since he's not really had any attention this episode. You're not good enough, it'll get you half heart. I do want to see you face that. Should still land a big... Oh, he's level 3, so it might not. I'm not doing it again. You can just be happy with this. Great. See, he's happy enough. What a happy guy. There we go. So that's that. So, talking... Oh, that's my microphone I just knocked. Talking briefly about why I've been not entirely absent from YouTube. Like, I've still been online, still been doing stuff. Just not really been recording or editing any videos. So, a little while back, it's got to have been a month by now. Like, I've mentioned here and there I do plastering, and about a month or so back, I quit that because, I'm going to be honest here, the industry, like the construction industry, I just don't get along with much at all. A lot of the work sites I've been to have this attitude of, we want it done fast, like, we want it done by yesterday, and we're going to kind of whinge at you if you don't have it done instantly. But then they also complain if the work's not perfect. I'm talking chips literally smaller than these buttons would get you pulled up. And it's like, do you want it done fast or good? You can't have both, and they didn't like that, so I'm not doing that anymore. That was far too stressful for me. It was really affecting me mentally, badly, so I quit that. For a week there, or a week or two, I just didn't have a job. I almost mentioned it in a video, but I didn't really like talking about it. And I'll get into why I don't like talking about stuff like this in general in a minute. I don't like talking about things when I'm having a hard time. It's not a good thing. Kids, if you're having a hard time, if you're struggling with something, go talk to someone about it for the love of everyone. Don't do what I do. But I have a job now. I actually work in a little parcel sorting place. So who knows? I might be picking up a box with your V-Pets in them and feckin' yeeting them down a conveyor. I don't. I do try to take the best care of everyone's packages. It upsets me Like the other day I picked up a box of glass, like it had drinking glasses in it. As I picked it up, it sounded like confetti. I was like, oh no. And then I picked up another glass. I was like, oh no, someone has not treated that nicely. So yeah, I try and work fast, but I also try and take care of things because who knows what people have got in their boxes, and I would not want my V-Pets being smashed around. Granted, they're usually, like, I will say, thanks to Zenin and also Cinnabali one time, everything I've ever ordered has been nicely packaged and like padded, so even with a bit of rough and tumble, it's not too bad. But I was like, I've been doing this job for a couple weeks now. It's been fine. I just generally felt kind of crappy. I don't even know why. I don't know what my brain was doing. But out of nowhere, I just felt terrible. And I hate recording if I feel terrible. It's not because it is partially because I'm just not in the mood for it. It's because I don't like the idea that if I record in a bad mood, that bad mood is going to reflect in the video and just make the video feel a bit sadder or like I'm not having fun, when in reality I have a blast with these guys. Like, the only reason I ever fridge my devices is if I'm, one, busy with something and I can't take care of them for several hours at a time, or two, if I have to keep them paused before I can record the next video so I can show you all the forms. Like, I love having these guys. Like as demonstrated, I was running this and my other DM20 in the gap, just for fun. Like, I do run a couple devices by myself. I do try and keep you updated on them as well, and if you're super interested in seeing what I'm running, I'm usually taking part in a hatch in the DD UK server, not so often in the Digi-Hatchin hatchery anymore, but that's because I found out I have a hard time running 2 hatches at once, plus a YouTube channel, plus my own stuff. So it gets a little messy. But no, for a while there, I just felt like absolute garbage. And there are a few things that picked me up along the way, to be honest. One of them was this piece of art by Wario. Wario Greeds, Wario's Digifarm on YouTube. I think it's Wario Greeds on Discord. And he actually did tag me in it as well. You'll see my little gold Numemon DM20 in the corner there. That made me so happy. I was like actually excited about that. Thank you so much. That's amazing. And you'll see lots of other people on there as well. Like, there's definitely the Digimon Professor and the DD09, not Digi-Hatchin Alex, Mangala. There's, I think there was Uchu. I don't actually have the image in front of me right now. I can't see it, so I'm just sort of counting from memory. And my memory is terrible. But there's loads of people on there. It's awesome. It's a great image, and I'm honoured that I'm in that image amongst everyone else as well. And it really does just sort of hold the Digimon spirit of like a community together. Digimon has always been about togetherness. Usually at the end of the animes, the strongest form is a fusion of some sort. In Adventure, Omegamon. In 02, it's Pyledramon and Imperial Dramon, and I guess Imperial Dramon Paladin mode. In Tamers, you have the humans and Digimon evolving together for their strongest forms. In Frontier, obviously, the big fusion to Susanomon. It's not so much in Savers, but it is very heavy on the whole. It's the human Digimon combo that make it possible. Yeah, what I mean. Like, and then Cross Wars is Cross Wars. There's no explanation needed there, especially with the final cross at the end. But even if you're looking at the virtual pets, it's always pushed you're stronger together. Because if you look at the original 1997, and I guess the 1998s, especially the Pendulums, to be fair, you could get to adult easily, yes, but the only way you could achieve perfect is if someone else had a virtual pet and you connected them. Granted, it was a low chance, but it was the only way to achieve a stronger form was with someone else, or a second V-Pet. And that's even more exaggerated? That's even more exemplified in the Pendulums, whereas like the quickest way to get to the strongest forms is by having someone to jog rest with. So in a way, I do like that image. It does show it represents the Digimon community, but it also represents the Digimon spirit of strength, not just in numbers, but strength in community in a way. The other thing that really did pick me up as well, that helped a lot, and I did comment on it, was in one of Alex's Digi Daycare videos. I can't remember the exact number. In one of those, he had a little nice message at the end. He basically like, you don't always have to be strong. Everyone's going through their own stuff. You're allowed to like let yourself rest every now and then or whatever. I can't remember the exact message, but I do remember the words, you don't always have to be strong. And that really helped cheer me up, just in general. Kind of validated that I was feeling crap, because again, my brain is weird. I'll be fine for like years at a time, then out of nowhere spend a solid month feeling like absolute trash, just out of nowhere, nothing's really caused it. And then I'll pick myself back up and you'll be fine. It's just every now and then that happens and I don't do anything for a month and it sucks. But yeah, that's why I didn't really upload anything for near enough a month. Probably a bit over a month by the time I did this, because I've still got to record the second part after these guys have evolved. So sorry about that. Don't worry about me, I'm like completely fine now. Like, I feel better now, and I feel even better for having come in here and recorded this. But I just wanted to say to Wario and to Alex, thank you so much. That, like, both of those things really helped me sort of pick myself back up. There were other things as well that I'm not going into because you don't want to know about that, it's fine. But you guys helped a lot. Like, the Digimon community helped a lot. Part of what made me move again to record was just thinking, like, there are people waiting for me to release the next video. And there are people who, like, actually enjoy my content, so I can't leave any of you guys waiting much longer. And I don't mean that in a I'm making myself do it kind of way. I mean that in I genuinely do enjoy recording these videos, and I very much enjoy that there are people who enjoy watching my videos. That makes me very happy. So thank you guys as well, everyone watching, everyone who's ever commented on a video, liked it, or just watched it. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video as well while I'm at it. You definitely cheer me up whenever I'm feeling down. You just cheer me up in general, to be honest. Like, it's a good feeling knowing that I'm making something and that people are enjoying the thing I'm making, even if that something is just as silly as playing with little virtual pets. But I love these guys so much, and I love you guys for watching it. I could go on forever. I'm repeating myself now. Point being, I'm okay. I'm gonna keep making videos. The next set of videos will be the Pendulum Color videos in conjunction with a hatch that is going on this December on the DD UK server. I'm assuming it's going to be a pendulum video because there is like a 2 out of 3 chance that it will be, there's a 1 in 3 chance it will be a pendulum colour. If not, I'm going to be doing it anyway, but that hatch is going to be on the side in those videos. So the next set of videos will definitely be pendulum colours. Anyway, I promised that I will show you this thing, which I now realise may be sellotaped and I do not have a knife. So I picked this up because obviously the Durandamon, Ragnarlordmon thingy, it is a starter deck, as you can see there. I've not got the camera set up for this properly, so I'm going to enjoy that. It does have a little card list on the side here. I did read it briefly. That's upside down, good job me. But I've forgotten what most of them are. I can confirm to you though, it does contain the entire Ludamon and Zubamon line, which is what I wanted. And apparently it contains 6 extra tamers, which are the same between this and the Jessmon pack starter deck thing. But yeah, there's tape. Remember, you'd think that in my shed I would have a knife, right? Wrong. All my knives are in the house, at my desk, or in the kitchen. Happily, I have a key. I can kind of poke under there maybe. No, I don't think the key's gonna work. I've been wrong before though. Oh, beautiful. You can't see any of this, but that's because I don't dare do this through a camera. Keys, you sit up there for now. here. Let's open it. So, like I said, these cards will always be the same. So there's not much surprise, but I'm going to be happy to open this up anyway, because I'm excited for this. I'm not really into the card game, I just wanted the cards for two reasons. One, because Zoom Online, of course I'm going to collect them. Two, because... Here's the microphone. With the DDUK meetup happening in a little while, I wanted at least the ability to play the card game, even if I'm terrible at it and I lose every match I'm in. It'll be fun just to interact. It's kind of like what Alex said about his Vegemon deck. It's like, it's not the best deck, but it's his deck, or it's his favorite. This isn't going to be the best deck. It was not even going to be my deck proper. I mean, it is for now, but it's gonna be mine. We also get to look at all the cards. Look at this. Oh. Ooh. Okay, that was a bit of a spoiler, but that's fine. Move this cardboard out of the way. We've got a nice background to do this on. We have got what seems to be... I'm going to move this over here. Yeah, we've got something wrapped around it, so I'm going to see if I can gently pry that off in some form. It's just to keep all the cards in one neat pile. So I'm going to very gently yoink that off the cards off camera real quick. There we go. Again, don't have a knife, and I wouldn't dare take a knife near these guys. So, apparently the tamer cards are always the same as well. So we'll get into those now, actually. Tamer cards, we got Tai or Taichi. All your Digimon get 1000 DP. I have played the tutorial app for the card game, and I'm very happy that this seems to be a red deck, because it's just straightforward, more power, and that's not enough, more power. Brute force wins every time. Taiki, TK or Takeru. All scripts you don't get 2000 DP. Ooh, I like that. Ah, Ken. And if you have 2 memory or less, set your memory to 3, yep, and when you're in green or blue Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, you spend this to gain 1 memory. Oh, that's pretty neat, I guess. I'm not sure how much I'm going to use that one. Izzy or Koshiro from the 2020 anime. Wait, was that Taichi from the original, or... That's Taichi from the original, and that's Takeru from the 2020. Wait, is that Taichi from the original or 2020? I can't tell. I think that might be a 2020, actually. Okay, we'll get back to you in a minute, Koshiro. There's stuff happening. Right, you can wait a minute. And then Matt or Yamato. Oh, sorry, I didn't look at Koshiro's card. Ooh, this feels nice, by the way, like this. That's shiny. I'm not sure if you can see that very well. Got a nice little holographic effect, and it feels nice. If you have 2 memory or less, set memory to 3. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and if all the real cards are black, gain 1 memory. And then place them back in any order. So, I mean, I say I'm not sure if I'll use that. I don't have a choice. It's the only cards I have. When your Digimon is deleted, you may suspend this tamer to gain a memory. That's pretty neat. What is it, PlatinumNumemon's? You've had enough screen time, I promise. You found... Oh, another 7-roll dice thingy. Good for you. And now onto the cards themselves. We have Sakutamon. Look at him with the little Sakumon on top. Oh, I love him so much. And that's obviously an egg card. When you play... This is the inherited effect. When you play another Digimon with Legend Arms, gain a memory. So, as you can tell by the Numemon theme, that is going to be very useful. I'm going to pop that over there. There's another Sakutamon, another Sakutamon, and another Sakutamon. Who would have thunk it? Here is the main boy himself. Let me get this in frame for you guys. Zubamon. Child level. By placing this Digimon under one of your other Digimon that's black or has Legend Arms in its traits, so, you know, all the Sakutamons. On its traits, and its bottom evolution card, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a card with the Legend Arms in its traits and a play cost of 7 or less, you may play it without paying its memory cost. So, I've not really gone through any of these before, but from what I'm seeing, is with this being a very Legend Arm heavy deck, I play this on a Sakutomon, and there's a good chance I'm going to be able to play something else as well. Hey, Move Medicine here. Ignore some of the crap I'm spouting about the cards. I don't fully understand them at this point, but after having sat with the card and read them to myself a few times and looked through them and just sort of messed around with them a bit, I now understand a lot better what half of these cards mean and how, in particular, the Legend Arms cards or Digimon work with the inherited effects and evolution, blah blah blah, how that pops in. Basically, at this point of the video, I've completely misread what it's trying to say, and I now understand that a lot better. So ignore what I'm saying here. I'm clueless. And then the inherited effect, if it's a Digimon that's Legend Arms or has black colour, delete opponents with 3000 DP on F. So that's a good control thing. Like, oh, you've got several small Digimon, I can take one of them out without even attacking. Also, look at the Sakutomon on his shoulder! Oh, it's amazing. And there's a couple of these cards here. There's 3, 4 Zubamon cards. Gonna pop them just on there like that. Zubaigamon, with it looks like a Tealudamon in the background, with both the head blade and the tail blade shining brightly, and a nice gleam in his eye. I know lots of people aren't really fans of Zubaigamon. I like him because he's always charging forward. It's crawling, charging forward, crawling if you have to. Personified. I love it. By placing this Digimon under one of your other Digimon that's black or has Legend Arms, so these guys are all red, I imagine the Ludamon side is black. So yeah, by placing as its evolution cards with Sakutomon or Zubamon, I guess, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5000 DPS. So it's like Zubamon's inherited effect, but stronger. So if this is on top of Zubamon on top of Sakutomon, I would assume you get to choose to delete something with 3000 and then something with 5000 DP, and then you can attack also. And then if you have Digimon that's the same as Zubamon's, just there, which is cool, and we get 4 of those cards. Ooh! I just had a quick look at Juramon's art, which, yeah, here you go. Juramon. Ooh, that's nice. Got the big swoosh of one of his great swords, big 20 on his chest. This is making me very happy, by the way. I love that Zubamon has pretty much an entire deck, or at least half of a deck. When this Digimon would evolve into a card in your hand that's black or has Legend Arms in its traits, reduce the evolution cost by 1. So yeah, it can evolve into a black or a red by the looks of it. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. I've never actually played this card game and I've barely glossed over the rules. But I'm just kind of trying to figure it out through context. But I guess I can also reduce that cost of the just by evolving to a Legend Arms Digimon. You may DNA Digivolve or Progress this Digimon and one of your other Digimon in play into a Digimon card in your hand for its Progress cost. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I know what the words mean. I just don't have the context of playing the game yet to figure out what exactly that means for me in gameplay. That's an inherited effect anyway, so that'd be probably for Durandamon or Brywildramon. I don't know, that's something I'd have to figure out. And you get, I'm assuming, 2 or 3 of those. If the cards stop sticking. Yep. 2 Juramon cards as opposed to the 4 from previous ones. This looks pretty cool. Alright, so we got shiny cards. Now, with some very cool art. This looks like Durandamon fighting Brywildramon, because those are the little guys that float around by Brywildramon there, if I don't throw the card accidentally. There should be a red third one around somewhere, probably hidden. Anyway, When one of your effects places an evolution card under this Digimon, this Digimon gets 3000 DP and security check +1. That's pretty cool. I wonder if that's an effect for something else. When attacking, reveal top 3 cards of your deck. You may play one Digimon with Legend Arms in its trait with a play cost of 7 without paying its memory cost. Place the rest at the bottom in your deck. So that's cool. So like, just by attacking with Durandamon, you can bring out, say, another Zubamon or a Zubaigamon, or I don't know, a Ludomon or a Teal Ludomon. How strong was Juramon actually? Oh no, Juramon was well over 3000 DP. That was 7000. Oh no, it's a play cost of 7, not DP based. Ooh, could be good. And yeah, Juranmon's thing, which would probably be only, yeah, whilst this Digimon is Ragnarlordmon, so it's only Ragnarlordmon. Ooh, that's a nice feeling texture to it. It doesn't activate security effects on option cards it checks. So as long as it can kill them, it's going to make a security effects redundant. Which, if this is anything like old school Yu-Gi-Oh, there'll probably be something that counters that. But you get 2 Durandamon cards, and they look real nice. I'm loving the little sparklies. I'm loving that he's fighting Brywildramon as well. That's really cool. I'm just loving the fact that there's so much art for my favourite evolution line. And here we go, the big boy himself from the box art. With 15,000 DP, I don't know how good that is. Play cost of 15, but I kind of figured you won't really get to him without this anyway. DNA Digivolution. Progress 0 from a level 6 red and a level 6 black. So basically it's trying to say Durandamon, Brywildramon. When evolving Blitz, I forget what Blitz does. This Digimon can attack when your opponent has 1 or more memory. That's cool. Oh, so when evolving, you can attack immediately, even if it's technically their turn now. When Jogressing, for every 4 cards in this Digimon's evolution cards, which I imagine would be a lot if you've Jogressed to, like, if you raised some from Sakutamon, well, from Zubamon and Ludomon all the way up, and then Jogress them together, does that merge the evolution cards? Because that could be broken. Again, I don't know the card game. There's a lot of stuff to keep in mind. This is why I don't play card games. There's a lot of stuff to remember. For every 4 cards in this the Digimon's evolution pile, that'd be a lot. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 20 or less, and trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. Ooh! That's a one-time effect when you evolve into him. Just immediately come out the gate swinging, and you immediately delete one Digimon and take out a security just by this guy existing. That's awesome. Once per turn, every turn, when a card is removed from a player's security stack, unsuspend this Digimon. A player's, not yours, not the opponent's, just any player. Does that mean you can attack, suspend, but then the thing's removed so you can attack again? I don't know. Again, I'd have to like actually sit and look at the rules for this. And you get 2 of those cards. 2 Ragnarlordmon cards, if I'm not screwing this up. I don't feel like I am. That is very cool. I'm very happy with that. Sit down there. We get Kotamon as a fellow sword wielder, and he looks to be sparring against a Nightmon. Nightmon's there with his berserk sword. There's Kotamon kicking him in the face and about to, well, hit him with a bamboo sword. Kotamon level 3, black, no special effects, just a pretty cool mon. You get, I'm assuming, 4 of these cards. By the way, this entire perspective is from someone who has no idea how to play the game, really, apart from a brief time I spent on the tutorial app a while ago. Who is this? It's a Digimon. It's Chikurimon. Thrown by Troopmon in the back there, by the looks of it. I've never seen these guys before. This is an entirely new mon to me. They look like they're child level. Yeah, nothing special about them. Virus type. And players can't reduce play. Ooh! That's a good and a bad thing. Like, again, it's players, not opponents. So this would backfire on me as well, potentially. Because remember, I think it was Juramon's effect. Awesome. Actually, this deck I don't think there's any... I think besides Duramon's inherited effect, I don't think this deck's really had any reduced play costs. When it's specified you can play without paying the play cost, I would argue that's not reducing the play cost, it's just ignoring it. But it could be argued it's reducing it to 0, but it doesn't say reduce it to 0, it just says ignore the play cost. I guess it depends on who you're playing against, if you follow that rule. I'm not sure. So there's, again, 4 of those, because it's chartable. Here we go. So we've got 4 Numemons, 4 Kotemons, 4 of those little Chikurumons. And I'm assuming we are going to get 4 Ludamons, so that's 8 Digimon with effects, 8 Digimon that was kind of get you by for a minute. Here is Ludamon with a Kakinmon on his head, just chilling, and that looks like another Kakinmon. He's cleaning him! That's adorable! He is cleaning and like polishing this Kakinmon's shield. Oh my god, I love that so much. And there's a Digimon there, I think. Oh no, that's a Kakinmon. That's a Kakinmon who's had his shield taken off to get cleaned. That's... Oh, it's adorable. I love that so much. I didn't dislike Ludamon for any reason. I just wasn't super into him. Despite him being the counterpart to Zubamon, I was really super interested. But that is adorable. I love that so much. And if you look in the bottom left there, is that a pile of shields? Maybe. That's adorable. I love it so much. By placing this Digimon under one of your other Digimon that's red or has Legend Arms in its traits as a bottom evolution card, you may reveal the top card of your deck, play one Digimon card, we play cost 7 or less, so it's similar. It says add the rest to your hand. I'm pretty sure Zubamon's was put them back in any order. I want to say it's similar to Zubamon's effect, but not quite the same, which is a nice contrast. I like it. Oh really, Noble Pumpmon, you're just going to poop all over the situation. And then inherited effect. While you have a Digimon that's red or has Legend Arms in its place, so Zubamon or another, pretty much anyone in this deck. In fact, while I remember, do these guys have Legend Arms tag at all? Because like... where does it say? It says armor/Legend Arms. These guys don't. And what about our little buddy Kotemon, who's probably about here? I can tell you it doesn't. It just says reptile, but I can't bother to flip it over to the camera. So, again, there's Digimon that'll kind of get you by, but then there's the guys you really want to focus on are Zubamon and Ludamon, because these are the guys with the effects. There's Legend Arms. This card gains Blocker. When you attacks, you may suspend this Digimon, force it to... Oh, so it's a decoy, basically. Which is fun. Which I imagine having... Which makes sense from being a shield. I'm guessing, again, 4 of these cards. Yep, 4 of these adorable Ludamon's cleaning Kakinmon's shield. It's amazing, I love it so much. This video is already an hour long, and I'm not even in the second half yet. I would say this is probably like the 2/3 of the way in. Digimon, this is Gladimon. Nothing real, no special effects. But there he is with Kotemon and Nightmon. I always wonder if Gladimon's somewhere in the background of Kotemon's card. And it also makes me think that Nightmon's going to be in this as well, which would make sense because he has his Berserk sword and also a big old shield on his back. It does fit. Warrior, but not Legend Arms. Keep that in mind, that's important. However, they are all black and red. So these guys will all work with Zubamon's effects, just not Ludomon's. By Zubamon, I mean like his whole evolution line. Same with Ludamon. So you get 4 of those, they're nice. Tia Ludamon. With a big old explosion in the background, his ice shields. There's Zubagamon on the left there. On the right, on his left. Our right. Facing off against a Sealsdramon by the looks of it. There's an explosion somewhere to the left behind him. Or his right. He's deflecting shots. Zubaigamon's in the background there, as we saw Tealudamon in Zubaigamon's background, which is a nice pairing. I love it when the Digimon cards do that. When you have two cards that are telling the same story. By placing this Digimon under one or of your other Digimon that's red or has Legend Arms, so again, the black and red pair together, and everything works with Zubamon and Ludomon's lines. In its traits, its bottom evolution card. One of your Digimon gains reboot until the end of the turn and suspends Digimon during your opponent's suspend phase. That's cool. Right, so under one of your other Digimon that has red or is a Legend Arm in its traits as its bottom evolution card. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say that maybe Sakutamon has. Oh no, Sakutamon doesn't have it, so I guess it would have to be. Would Sakutamon count as the bottom evolution card? Because that doesn't have Legend Arms or. I mean, it is black, so I guess it would work, just not black. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Sakutamon would count as the bottom evolution card, or if you have to go out your way to play Zubamon without playing Sakutamon to get this effect for Tealudamon. Or I guess you just have to play Ludomon if you want to evolve him up this far. But it's fine, don't worry about it. It's something I'll have to look up later. And for his thingy inherited effect, while you have Digimon's red or his Legend Arms, same as usual, Digimon gains Blocker. So kind of same as Ludomon there. You get 4 of these cards as well, looks like, yeah. 4 of these big boys. And there's Nightmon. I knew he'd be in here somewhere. Again, I haven't memorized the list from the box, but it's nice to hear it out. There's Nightmon, looking bloody intimidating. He's got 3 big piss-off swords, and he's just a big stomping guy in general. And I'm not seeing anything in the background of too much interest. But there you go. There's Nightmon. I'm assuming it's just 2 of these cards. It is just 2 of those cards. Oh, it's also worth noting he is black and red, so both sides can evolve into him. Raiji Ludomon. Ooh, the shiny border. You can see his lightning shield around him there. Is there anything in the corners? I was checking some of the edges and little gaps, see if there's anything hidden in them. It doesn't seem to be. Here's Raiji Ludomon. This Digimon, on the opponent's turn, this Digimon can't be deleted by opponent effects. Not by battle, just by effects. And then the inherited effect, you may jog rest this Digimon with. It's the same as Zubaigamon's. So it's more stuff I'll have to look up, but get 2D. 4 of the. Wow, I wasn't expecting 4 of those. Do we get 4 Duramons? We might have done. So yeah. Dry Willudramon. Here we go. And I wonder if we'll see Durandamon in the background of this one. There's 2 of his. There's 2 Dry Willudramons. These thingies. I'm looking to see if there's a Durandamon hiding in the background somewhere. Either way, this gun's pretty cool. That's a lot of fire, and I like a lot of fire. I'm not an artist, I promise. Once per turn, when your effects place a Digimon under this one, so it's kind of same as Durandamon's. Opponent effects can't delete this Digimon, return it to your hands, and you turn. So it's protective. That's very shield, like very fitting for Dry Willudramon. When evolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Digimon with Legend Arms its trait with a play cost of 7 or less. And then place the rest at the bottom. So it's, again, same as Durandamon's. Just by bringing him out, you can bring a couple more guys out. But I'm pretty sure Durandamon's was when attacking, not when evolving. And as an inherited effect, whilst the Digimon's Ragnar Lordmon, it isn't affected by effects. Ooh, that's good. There's the counter I was talking about earlier. When I was saying, like, oh, just by attacking with Ragnar Lordmon, you can take out 2 fairly strong Digimon. Oh no, not by attacking, by jog resting into Ragnar Lordmon, you can take out 2 fairly strong Digimon before even attacking, and a security effect. but this would be the counter to that, which would still be Ragnar Lordmon, but whilst Digimon, effects don't work. I love it when it's simple like that. There's no question, it's like, no, effects just don't work. It's my favourite kind of effect, when they're just dead simple like that. 4 of these guys! Did we get 4 Durandamons? I don't remember, I honestly don't think we did. I think we only got like 2 Durandamons. I'll have to check that later. In fact, I have the box around here somewhere. I can tell you. We got 2 Durandamons, 2 Duramons, but we did get 4 Raiji and Braiwiludramons. Okay. And here are the option cards. We have option card, Direct Smasher. There's Ragnar Lordmon with his Durandamon sword and Braiwiludramon shield. That's real cool. He's obviously using the shield to protect himself as he swings a big ol' swing with the Duranda sword. While you have a Digimon with Legend Arms and its traits in play, so that will be Ragnar Lordmon, or any of them really, any work, you may play this card without meeting its colour requirements. So, for most of this deck, except the handful of will get you by Digimon, if you're playing the main protagonist of this deck, you will be able to play this card regardless. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP. So, pretty good. Red. Let's go shine to it there as well. That's nice. And we get... Pardon me, I've been talking for an hour. We get what seems to be a couple of those. 2 of those. 2 direct smashes. Always happy with that. Legend Arms Alliance. Ooh, here's some story. So you got Zubamon and Ludomon fighting off against what looks like a troop of Commandramon. I want to say it might be a Tankmon in the background there. There's another Commandramon. That looks like the back of a Sealstramon. That's another Sealstramon for sure. There's a Sealstramon back there. So very much against the D Brigade by the looks of it. You may play 1 Digimon card with Legend Arms in its traits at a play cost of 7 or less without paying its memory cost. Then place this card in your battle area. Oh, that's interesting. Trash this card in your battle area to activate the effect below. You can't activate the effect this turn. Oh, the turn the card enters place. You have to wait a turn. Reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Place those cards on the top or bottom of your deck in any order. So it's very much you get to pick and choose what cards you want, which is going to be great for getting through lots of Zubaiga, Duranda cards. Same with Ludo, Tia Ludo, Raiji Ludo, and Braiwiludramon. And as a security effect, you can play 1 Digimon card with Legend Arms unless... Oh, it's the same. Like, whether this is a security card or an option card, it's just the same thing. It just pops into the battlefield, and it pops off and you get 3 Digimon from it. No, you don't. You get... It says, place this card in the battle area. Does that imply that this can be attacked and destroyed? Because I would say that, maybe. So you get 4 of those as well. Nice. Ooh, what is that? Something not playing card. And oh, you get a bunch of instructions with it as well. Okay, that's cool. We put these down. So you get some counters, maybe. Ooh, that's... Sorry, I'm doing this all off camera. I'm trying to figure this out. This is cool. So it like fits together, kind of like that. That's nice. On this side you have Durandamon, and on this side you have Braiwiludramon. And these are like real shiny as well. Real pretty. There's nothing on the back, but they're nice. That's pretty cool. He's probably going to live sort of in this background area somewhere. This background that has been completely eviscerated, by the way, by my hands kind of leaning there and shuffling through. That's really cool. I'm a big fan of that. Oh, that can... Yeah, you can sit up there. And then you got instructions. Card game instructions. 1, 3, and 2. And 3 and 5. Oh, there's probably a back, isn't there? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll read those on my own, I'm not going to read through them now. If you want someone to instruct you how to play the Digimon card game, there are far better people to listen to than me, because I don't know how to play the Digimon card game apart from my brief experience with the tutorial app about a year ago. So, I'm not going to be seeing you guys for a couple of days, probably. Let's bring these guys back on main stage. But for you, it'll just be a few seconds until these guys are evolved. So I'll see you then. Alright, it is one whole day later. Can I confirm I'm doing fine, I'm feeling alright, that's all good. So, Numemon has evolved into Lord Numemon X. I'd show you his name, but unless you can read Japanese, it's not going to do much good. But there's definitely an X at the end there. Yo, just inserting this video clip here because I'm a dum-dum and I completely forgot to go over Lord Numemon's page. You know, this guy right here. So, Lord Numemon, if I open the right tab. This is his pre-X antibody area. So, Holy Digimon is the monarch which presides over all Numemons and is one of the royal knights. More than morality, Lord Numemon is faithful to what it personally regards as justice, and that end justifies their means. So it'll do anything for what it sees as the right path. If it will bring about lasting peace, Lord Numemon will find merit there, even with rule by power. In its entirety, it has unparalleled ruthlessness in the execution of its duties, and it shows no compassion for the weak. Its special moves are chopping up the opponent with the 4 slash blades extended from its armor, spiral masquerades, so in his normal form they're less pronounced than the big spiky things at the back there, but they are there. And instantly coming to a point blank range and shooting the opponent in the chest with shockwaves from the pile bunker on its right arm, which you can't see here because this is the X antibody form, but that's Urgent Fear. I guess it was romanized as Argent Fear? Maybe. And the X antibody entry. Wielding the Rose's pile bunker, a rose shield used for both offense and defense. There's that there, the big rose shield, it's pretty cool. As well as the rapier Rose's fencer. Oh, that's a rapier. Oh, I guess it is. It is a noble figure that acquired even more power as the Lord of Knights. By analysing the battlefield through the red crystal embedded in its visor, it is now able to consistently lead its army into advantageous situations in battle. The way in which it dominates the battlefield, as if it were performing music, gives us a sense of fear as an absolute being to those around it. Also, its sash blades have been enhanced along with its armour, and it is able to concentrate the power of its Numemon subordinates into the tips of its blade. Its special moves are expanding the sash blades which have amassed the power of Numemon and tearing the entire opposing army apart in a dance-like manner, Lord of Fraternity, as well as restricting the enemy's movements with a hurricane of rose petals generated from the core of its rose pile bunker, and in precisely impaling their Digi-Core with its Rose's fencer. Nobleness of Rouge. It's pretty cool. I don't exactly agree with the not having compassion for the weak and victory at all costs kind of deal he has going on, but I kind of respect that he is quite literally Lord of all Numemons. Can also respect how strategic and powerful he is as in general. In addition, it's, you're gonna have to forgive me for how I'm about to butcher this pronunciation. It's Kyokyoku Sentotsuken Gran Rosario, the strongest pile bunker formed by combining its shield and sword, blows away absolutely everything on the battlefield with a shockwave. So basically it's like, you know what? See your army? Skadoosh! Gone. No army. So yeah, lots of sheer power, but also he likes to sit back and strategize and observe, but also very ruthless. So I guess, to be fair, that is usually what it would take to lead an army of knights. But I can definitely confirm to you that this is, in fact, Lord Numemon X. So let's have a quick look at... I'll give him a feed and then have a look at their face sprite. How fast does this move? He is a virus type, so... You'll notice the thing is a bit wider. He did encounter some Omekamons this morning. There's Lord Numemon's face. Yeah, he encountered some Omekamons this morning and he's beaten them up and got up to level 5. Now earlier on I did promise that I would get these guys up to like level 10 or 12, or I think it's like 12 to the max level Super Ultimates, so they can have a massive clash. So PlatinumNumemon. Oh yeah, I had to put a new battery in him like literally a minute ago. Yeah, sure, it's... looking at the time now. Close enough. So PlatinumNumemon didn't evolve. PlatinumNumemon did in fact Evo fail. He was also out of meat. I know I definitely met the level 10 requirement. Oh, I screwed that one right up. No. Excite. It's the only way. Yeah, I know I definitely met level 10. I'd cleared the entire arena, so I'd beaten stage 30 and I definitely had Omegamon X unlocked. The only thing I can think is maybe at some point before I fridged him for like a month that I'd got a care mistake. Because keep in mind, the evolution requirement does strictly say 0 care mistakes. Not 0 to 2, there's no leeway. You have to take the perfect care. So I'm just assuming that at some point I got a single care mistake. Because last night, about dinner time, so about 5 or 6 PM, I heard Noble Pumpmon evolve. And then the PlatinumNumemon's didn't. I was like, okay, you know, it's fine. Maybe, just with when it was fridged or there's been a slight discrepancy. They weren't hatched, and they might not have been hatched at the exact same time, I can't quite remember. So I'll give him until tomorrow. And tomorrow arrived, he still hasn't evolved. I've been looking after him like all morning, and then the second I put him down here to record, hit the button, dead battery. This guy, he just doesn't want to evolve. He's clearly just saying there is no purer form than PlatinumNumemon. Nothing can beat or be stronger than PlatinumNumemon. Which, to be fair, to his credit, he did earlier on. Like I mentioned, Lord Numemon X fought some Omegamons this morning. Numemon X got a different guest. This morning, he was visited by Minervamon X, and as you can see from some of the footage here, he won. He kicked Numemon X's ass, and now we have that evolution unlocked. So this PlatinumNumemon has done good. Not only have they cleared through the entire arena, they've also unlocked Minervamon X. So that's a life well lived. And as promised, despite them being different stages, Lord Numemon X is a stage higher, but PlatinumNumemon has beaten the Royal Knights before. It's also worth noting that PlatinumNumemon is twice Lord Numemon X's level, so that might make up for things. At this point, whilst none of the fights have been particularly super unfair either way, PlatinumNumemon has had an uphill fight all the time. I think he's only had one perfectly even fight. So this time, it's only fair. What? There we go. PlatinumNumemon coming out with a big attack immediately. Oh, but he takes a hit. He has more health. Roles reversed with Lord Numemon X coming out with the big attack. That also lands. Oh, it's just the power difference going to be too much here for PlatinumNumemon. Come on, you've taken out Royal Knights before. You can do it. Come on, you can do it. Throw out the big one. If this lands, he has a chance. It landed. Ooh, maybe. You got to land this one as well, though. Oh, no, that is a victory for Lord Numemon. I can't say it wasn't expected, but I was thinking maybe with him being such a higher level. So there you go. Every single fight between them, PlatinumNumemon has lost. But I can't really hold it against him for this one because Lord Numemon is a stage higher. So that'll do for these guys. I'll definitely be running this guy again. In fact, I'm probably gonna use the ACOM to unlock the special area, so PlatinumNumemon's clear that one out as well. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna run it right away. I did just stick a new battery in it, so I'll wait for PlatinumNumemon to fade. Probably pop the battery out and keep this thing just sort of stored for whenever I want to run a DMX. And I'll probably always run these guys together, to be fair. But for now, and to avoid the VPET creep, I'm done with these. When they've passed, I'll actually need to clear out some of the backup stages in the DMX3. And then I'll put these away, because the next hatch, starting in, and if I check the date here, because as of recording it is the 2nd of December, so that leaves me, what, 6 days? In 6 days' time, we will be starting the, I think it's basically a Secret Santa hatch. I did mention I'm possibly doing a pen color hatch. I'm definitely running a pen color regardless of what happens, probably both of them. However, in regards to the community hatch that's going on the 8th of December, it's essentially a Secret Santa kind of thing. You choose 3 VPETs and that you are nominating to run. Someone else chooses one of those 3 and gives you an evolution route. You don't know the Digimon, you just know the requirements. And obviously you do the same for someone else, so you choose from one of 3 VPETs that they've nominated, and you give them an evolution route through that VPET that they don't know the Digimon, they just know the requirements. And obviously no one knows who's given what requirements to who, or what, where, when. The devices I've nominated were the Nature Spirits Pen Color, my Numemon Gold DM20, and I did nominate the Digivice IC, but I did specify if that's going to cause potential issues, swap it out for my Metal Empire Pen Color. So regardless of what regardless of what device is nominated, I am definitely running both pendulum colours for the next hatch, and if the nominated device happens to be the DM20 or the Digivice IC, I will happily just have them on the side. And that's enough for this video, because I'm pretty sure at this point this video is over an hour long, which I'm kind of sorry that I couldn't end it with a big Royal Knight versus Royal Knight clash, but that's just how Digimon be sometimes. It's just like that sometimes. You won't always get the strongest, biggest Digimon. Sometimes something happens and you do end up quite fittingly with the Numemon. Granted, this is the strongest Numemon to ever exist, but it's the Digimon experience to end up with a Numemon. Nothing against Numemon, I love a Numemon, he's great. There's a reason I have the Numemon DM20. So, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in several days' time with the Pen Color hatch in the actual dedicated Pendulum Color series, like playlist. Not in this playlist that I've been kind of abusing for the past month. I say using for the past month. I haven't uploaded for the past month. I've been putting out a lot of Digi-Hatchin videos recently. I want to do more Pen Color stuff. So yeah. Come on. There you go. From Lord Nightmon X, from PlatinumNumemon, from Giromon, who is on my belt somewhere. I'm not unhooking him. You can just imagine Giromon. And of course from myself, thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.